The Atlas of the Heart, 2021, is a resource for comprehending and controlling your emotions. Everyone feels intense emotions, yet most individuals are unable to pinpoint exactly what they are feeling or determine the source of those sentiments. Your relationship with yourself and those around you will change as a result of expanding your emotional lexicon. Brene Brown is a clinical social worker, academic, public speaker, who has authored some of the best-selling books. She is visiting management professor at the University of Texas at Austin McCombs School of Business and holds the Huffington Foundation's Brene Brown Endowed Chair at the University of Houston's Graduate College of Social Work. As a research professor, she has studied feelings like shame and vulnerability for the past 20 years, and more than 50 million people have watched her TEDx lecture on the topic. Brene Brown's Atlas of the Heart offers a tool to help individuals navigate their emotional landscapes with clarity. It provides an atlas to help individuals understand their emotions, allowing them to navigate them with more nuance and clarity. The Atlas of the Heart explains why hopelessness and despair are dangerous emotions, how understanding emotions can transform relationships, and why happiness and joy are not the same. With the increasing use of words like trauma and vulnerability in talk shows, it is essential to recognize the difference between joy and happiness and to understand the deeper meanings behind emotions. The main points in the book include the following. 1. Developing emotional awareness. Brene Brown, a swimmer, believed she had magical powers that could predict the future and make connections. Her high school swim coach had an explosive temper, and Brene knew he would freak out when people weren't trying hard in practice. To stay under the radar, Brene worked on her backstroke. Her heightened awareness helped her navigate her home life with her complicated parents. Their unpredictable behavior made Brene and her siblings feel ashamed, and she felt it was her job to protect everyone else from their outbursts. She became very observant, identifying people's shame triggers, and understanding how adults channeled anger into everyday moments. At the time, emotional awareness was not widely expressed, and the only acceptable emotion was anger. Today, emotional awareness is a superpower she honed over a stellar career and is passed on in this book, Atlas of the Heart. 2. You can't stop walking on eggshells if they're taped to your feet. Brene, a highly sensitive person, experienced hypersensitivity to the world around her, leading to a fear of pain and anxiety. She tried to drown out these feelings through partying, smoking, and drinking, but this led to a blurry world. Brene learned to embrace pain and vulnerability, learning to tune into others and achieving an extraordinary career. With the help of a therapist, she started a long process of regaining her edge. Atlas of the Heart, a guide for people like Brene, covers 87 emotions and offers insight into the underlying emotions. 3. Expand your emotional vocabulary. Understanding our emotions is crucial for personal growth and understanding our inner landscape. Language is essential for expressing our feelings and gaining help. However, most people struggle to express their emotions, as they can only describe them in 3 categories: sad, angry, and happy. This lack of emotional granularity can hinder our ability to connect with ourselves and others. Researchers have found that having the right words to describe our emotions can help identify our feelings, triggers, and comfort ourselves. This connection with ourselves creates a foundation for genuine, loving relationships with others. Furthermore, being able to articulate our feelings allows us to ask for and receive the specific help we need. Expanding our emotional vocabulary, such as understanding sadness and happiness, can help us better understand and navigate our inner landscape. 4. Places you go when you're hurting. Feeling sad is a natural reaction to loss or defeat, a human emotion that can help us empathize with others and make better decisions. It is a part of being human and can be experienced in various ways, such as watching sad movies or crying on the couch. However, there are other emotions and experiences that are distinct from feeling sad, such as anguish, grief, hopelessness, or despair, which have different qualities and require different reactions from us. When you find yourself overwhelmed, take a break. When intense feelings such as wrath or terror overwhelm you, your brain's reasonable mind shuts down. That's not a good attitude to have when you're having a disagreement or have to make a choice. Include time-outs in your conversations with the individuals you care about. Take some time to yourself when you're feeling overwhelmed so you can process and breathe deeply. You can continue where you left off if you're more at ease. 5. Anguish comes for the bones. Anguish is a sudden, unexpected, and often traumatic emotion that can strike at the core of an individual. It can be physical and psychological, as seen in Brene's experience of feeling suicidal due to a childhood trauma. While people can heal from such trauma, they need support to experience the pain and rebuild their lives. Body-centered therapies can be helpful in addressing the physical manifestation of trauma. Despite its suddenness, anguish is not as dangerous as hopelessness and despair. Hopelessness occurs when individuals cannot set realistic goals for their lives, leading to discouragement and a lack of faith in their abilities. Despair, on the other hand, is the feeling that life is hopeless and will never change. 6. Hope is a skill, not an emotion. Hope is a skill that can be learned, not an emotion. It involves setting realistic goals, believing in one's abilities, and facing adversity. To practice hopefulness, set achievable goals and be comfortable with failure. Hope is infectious, as it is often passed down through children. To increase resilience, practice the 3 Ps: personalization, permanence, and pervasiveness. When feeling overwhelmed, ask yourself if the situation is personal, if it will last forever, and if it is pervasive. These strategies offer a pause and allow the rational brain to put experiences in perspective. Sadness, anguish, and despair can be painful, but also teach valuable lessons. Again, as resilient humans, it is essential to seek help, appropriate to the specific emotion. 7. Happiness and joy are not the same thing. Happiness and joy are distinct emotions. Happiness is a long-lasting emotion that comes from feeling in control and focused on one's achievements. Joy, on the other hand, is short, fleeting, and high intensity, focusing attention outwards and making us feel connected to others, God, or the universe. Joy is intensely pleasurable and accompanied by a sense of gratitude and appreciation. However, it can also make us feel vulnerable and afraid of losing it, known as foreboding joy. This fear can lead to a negative outlook, as seen in a man who experienced his wife's death in a car accident. To experience joy, practice appreciating what you have in the moment. Researchers have found that joy and gratitude are linked in a positive upward spiral, with joyous individuals having more experiences of joy in the moment, and gratitude individuals having more moments of gratitude. Practicing gratitude can train the brain to look for more similar experiences. 8. Become comfortable with paradox. The text explores the complex nature of emotions, highlighting the nuance and contradictions in the categories of sad and happy. It emphasizes the importance of understanding how emotions can lodge in the body and mind, and how practicing skills like hopefulness can influence how we feel. To navigate emotional granularity, it is crucial to become comfortable with paradoxes, such as wanting closeness, but acting in ways that shut us off. This journey requires courage, embracing the messy and contradictory aspects of life, and embracing the vulnerability of being alive. Overall, the ability to recognize and communicate our feelings and experiences to others is known as emotional granularity. Emotional granularity involves identifying and expressing our emotions, allowing us to build loving relationships with ourselves and others. It involves being attuned to our emotions, allowing us to make more informed decisions. To manage emotions, take time-outs when overwhelmed, and practice deep breathing and processing to regain calmness and focus. While Atlas of the Heart is praised for its insights into emotional intelligence and relationship building, some critics argue that the concepts presented are not groundbreaking. Some find the book to be overly simplistic, lacking depth in certain areas, and suggests that it might be more suitable for those new to the subject of emotional well-being. However, many of us think we already know about emotional well-being, but this is not something we already achieve and not nurture it. It is tested by time and situations that we may not have invited in our lives. Whether you're a fan or a skeptic, this book is definitely a labor of love by Brown, having studied and shared it to the world. It offers valuable inputs and offers insights into the world of emotional intelligence. Depending on one's orientation, faith, or belief, such as if you are a Christian believer, you will spot that the topic on vulnerability can be related to being humble in accepting your emotional circumstances, your trials, and the practical actions to overcome these through the support of other believers and by God's grace. Surely there are emotional turmoil and trials we experience that can affect our emotional well-being and our relationship with others. This book, while it is well-researched, does not seem to explicitly acknowledge dependence of the hope and joy that God can provide in our weary hearts. The book's main ideas, though, come in handy in reshaping our narratives and as basis for further learning. It is appreciated that there is a book dedicated to the heart. The wise Proverbs 4:23 states, "Above all else, guard your heart, for it is the wellspring of life." This book surely contributes to this, and as mentioned already, if you are a Christian, be encouraged to pursue your heart's well-being by nurturing your attitude of gratitude, humility, and keeping hope and the joy of the Lord even in the most trying times, because God cares. Thanks for watching. Team Joy hopes that you find value in this video. If you resonate with this video, feel free to like, share with others, and subscribe to join us in this wonderful book and life journey. You can also check out our other videos. Till then, have a great day.